It's DormStreams presents E3 predictions.
Oh, that's true.
That
You're
is
right.
true.
Fuck, that means I have to do it, huh? All right. Good morning, evening, afternoon, everyone. I am Dorm.
And
This is
I'm
Kai.
Kai.
Oh God, it's reversed. We're
You have to
doing a
do
thing.
this.
Yeah, we're doing a thing. Well, oh yeah, because you're on the different side. Oh goodness, wow, this is hard. We're doing a Discord voice chat, and we're gonna do our E3 predictions. And this is something that we want to do because we're idiots and like predicting things. I guess I don't know.
And I want to win. I know we don't have a prize set up, but I want to win.
Do we have okay? So do we have like a point scale set up? How do you want to do this?
So I do kind of have a point scale set up.
Oh, she's ready. Okay, let's do it.
I'm ready for this shit. I came prepared. I have a graph. That's a lie. I can make one though if you want. Like, I got this. So basically,
okay.
basically the whole prediction is 1 point. If, say, you predict this game is going to get released, it's going to have this sort of trailer, and it like has this sort of like release date, then like every point that happens during the press conference you get. So like if, say, Halo is released, it has a cinematic trailer but no release date, then you get your full points, kind of thing.
So is that 3 points or just one whole point?
It's one whole point. So it's gonna be
so you
real
get, like,
small
fractions
points.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
you can
Okay,
get fractions
gotcha.
of points.
Cool. All right.
Because I don't hate myself enough, but I hate myself enough to do this math. And only
Beautiful.
this math.
There's going to be some weird discrepancy where we're like, is it half a point? Is it a third of a point?
Yeah. Is it 0.66 of a point or is it 0.99 of a point? I don't know.
Math jokes.
We're doing 2 predictions per the third-party shows, and then 5 for each of the major parties. So we're going through all of the third parties first, and then all of the first parties.
And then we're not doing Devolver, which is always which is going to be really fun. So last year's show, I showed Kai today. I was like, you have to watch this. Last year's show is just like an Adult Swim thing, basically, is what it feels like. And they've already sent out pre-apology press releases for this year's, so it's just going to be something ridiculous. I think some actual substantial announcements are going to happen there, but it's going to be so cloaked that it's hard to predict.
I'm so interested to see how they expand their cinematic universe next.
Yeah, exactly. With pretty much everyone dying on stage.
They also called it the Devolver Digital E3 Conference Cinematic Universe as well in one of their tweets.
Oh,
yeah, they straight up did.
That's
they straight up called it their own cinematic universe.
That's perfect.
Okay.
So the first conference I think we're doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is EA.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which arguably the worst conference.
Yeah.
I never like EA's conferences. They're always bad.
They always have sports, and that's all I know about them. They got the sports.
And the weird thing is, like,
that's it.
They got the Star Wars now, and that's it.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah. So what's your? I will let you go first. What is your first EA prediction?
Okay, I debated between making this a get hype moment or just a basic prediction.
Starting off the bat.
We're starting off with a bang because I heard this idea and I'm like, this would be really fucking cool if it happens.
Okay.
So I think EA is going to unveil a new skate game. I think they're up to like 4 or 5 or something like that.
It would be 4, yeah. It'd be 4.
And then it's gonna have Tony Hawk's gonna be there.
The Mr. Hawk himself.
Mr. Hawk. Right. Mr. Tony the Hawk.
Mr. Hawk's skate.
I just think recently he talks about it too much to not want to do another video game.
And he's been like very pissed at Activision, like really mad on Twitter.
And I feel like if there's ever a time that EA wants to like get some consumer goodwill and just get people like to like them again, they can pull out Mr. Tony the Hawk Skater Man.
Is that his full name? Mr. Tony the Hawk Skater Man.
Yeah, that is actually.
Skate 4. Yeah, no, I think that's solid. I think. Go ahead.
I don't think it'll be another like Tony Hawk game. I think it'll be Skate 4 featuring Tony Hawk.
But
it'll be kind of like how the fucking how like the sports games have like cover athletes. Tony Hawk is going to be their cover athlete.
I get that.
That's gonna be it.
I don't know if Skate 4 is happening yet. I do think it's gonna happen. I don't know if Tony's gonna be able to, because I'm assuming he has some sort of like exclusivity contract, right, with Activision, I would think.
I think that actually ran out though. I think his Activision contracts are all done and dead. That's why he's mad.
Interesting.
Because they really bungled it. They really bungled Pro Skater 5.
Now that you say that, I can't remember them saying like Pro Skater 5 was like right at the tail end, like they were trying to get the last drop of juice out of it.
The last drop of Tony the Hawk Skater Man.
The last essence of Hawk that they could get into that video game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I think his contract with them is out, and so I think I just want it to happen, man. I want Tony Hawk in video games again.
Bring me Anthony Hawk back. We need him back in games. So my first prediction, it's 2018, which means it's time for the global trophy, otherwise known as the World Cup. And I think FIFA is going to take up at least 10 minutes of the show. 10 minutes of the show
safe bet.
Is going to be FIFA. They're going to do some big World Cup mode. This isn't part of the prediction, but they'll have some World Cup showcase, and they'll bring like fucking Pele on stage or something. I don't know.
Again, wasn't he there?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was what I was
Again.
They'll bring on like, I don't know, who's like a
Lionel Messi. You're talking like a B level.
Yeah, I don't know enough soccer.
I could see them bringing out like one of the like women's U.S. World Cup team ladies.
Yeah.
I could, because they're like B level but still kind of A level. I could see them doing that.
Yeah. And also, the men aren't in the World Cup this year, so it's just
so it made more sense.
Hey, remember that one team we had? They were good, right? Like, that's what they're gonna do.
You remember the only good team we have? It's them.
Yeah, exactly. So I think because it's World Cup, I think they're gonna be idiots again. And even though this is not the show for it, they're gonna spend a lot of time on FIFA.
That's a very safe bet, my dude. That's so good though. For my next.
So your second of 2 EA predictions.
My second EA prediction.
Yes.
And I hope this is placed right, because I didn't quite fact check this.
Sure.
EA has Division, right? The Division?
No, that is Ubisoft.
Fuck. 1 second. I'm an idiot.
That is a UB property.
Yeah.
That's okay. They've both done a very good job of producing a lot of bland shooters lately, so.
Yeah, and so I'm like, yes, this dark shooter is going to be in this like, I don't know.
Who has this gray monotony of a shooter?
Okay. Oh, actually, wait, yeah, I got it.
Uh-oh. Okay.
I'm thinking that we're gonna see more of it's the Respawn Star Wars project.
Oh.
We're gonna see more of it, but it's not gonna have a release date on it. We're gonna see some sort of trailer, and it could be cinematic, could be rendered in engine. It doesn't make a difference. We're not gonna see a release date for that game at all.
Right, of course, yeah.
Ever.
It's not realistic.
Yeah, we're not gonna see a release date.
I think it's never coming out. So this is the Titanfall team. Do you think it has anything to do with like AT-ATs or ATSTs, or do you think it's like they're not doing mechs? Do you think it's Star Wars Titanfall? Titanfall.
I think it'd be so cool to see Star Wars giant robot battle. Like, that'd be lit as fuck.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
I'm gonna guess we're gonna see one of those like very cinematic shots where it's just it starts out really far away and then it goes in on the battlefield and it's like going right along the backs of like all of the mechs that are just going and doing shit.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's all we're gonna see of that game. It's not even gonna have a release year. It's just no release date.
It's just this game exists. That's all they're doing.
This game's still happening, guys. I know you don't want it to, but
I think it was like 3 years ago, when they were like, they did a thing where it was like, this is where all of our developers are with our games, and it didn't matter how far along they were. So they did like that weird, like, we're going to this studio and here's some weird 3D renderings of things, and Steep was being made then. And one of them was just like, you can do BMX and you can do all this, and it ended up just being like a snow game or whatever.
Yeah.
It was so weird. Or was Steep Ubisoft? Steep was Ubisoft.
Actually.
So
God, EA and Ubisoft are really similar. We're really bad at this, huh?
But EA was the one who did that. They were the one who did the whole you can do whatever game. So I wonder if that's coming soon. I don't know.
Oh, wait. That did exist at some point along the line, huh?
I always thought that was Steep in the back of my head, but no, that wasn't Steep. All right, so my other official prediction, and then I have one thing I wanna say, because I wrote down several because I thought Kai would steal all of my good ones. So the actual prediction I want to make here, because one of them is just kind of easy.
Mm-hmm.
So the actual prediction I want to make is that Unravel 2 is officially revealed, and it's this year. They want to get a little bit of that momentum of like the EA Indies or whatever they're calling themselves. I don't remember, but like
Indies?
Unravel came. Was it EA Indies?
I don't remember.
No, Unravel came out 2 years ago, and then A Way Out was last year or early this year. But that was their big indie game then. So and Unravel 2, as far as we know, is actually happening. So I think that's a pretty safe bet. I don't know if it's this year or not, but I think that's the game. The other prediction I wrote down is that they're gonna, because they did that big Battlefield reveal already.
Mm-hmm.
I think Anthem is the big game this year for them. I mean, you
Yeah.
can tell from Twitter that that's what it's going to be, and they're going to do that dumb in 30 minutes. Here's Anthem thing at the bottom of the screen that they always do, and it's just going to happen throughout the show. That was my other prediction: is that Anthem is going to be the longest thing they trailer, but they're going to tease it the entire show. And it's like, for the first look at Anthem, wait for 20 minutes or whatever. I hate that. That's so annoying. I hate that thing.
That's so good. That's so dumb, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's so
good. Idea. Okay, so fuck EA.
So, yep.
Next is
now
Bethesda.
We're moving on to Bethesda. I guess I go first since you went first last time.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
You're gonna steal all of my predictions. I only have like 3.
I know. I was like, what do I want to go with? I think Doom 2 is there. I thought this for a while. I doing the math, like, they did Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein 2 in around 2 years, around 2 years from release to reveal. Doom 2 seems to make sense. They did the VFR game, so they obviously can churn those out kind of quickly. So I think that makes all the sense in the world. This is the place to do it. It's a good second tier announcement behind whatever Fallout 76 will be. I think it's a really good 1-2 punch. And they said basically they're talking about everything this year. They're touting this as like a huge reveal thing.
Yeah, this is their big moment. Okay.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be one of the punches they throw.
Do you think they attach a release date to that trailer?
Yes, I actually put, and I didn't say 2019.
2019.
I think it's solid. I don't think they put like an actual date, like October 11th or whatever, but I think 2019 is easy.
That's an easy one. Okay. I think we're gonna get what people are gonna think is an Elder Scrolls teaser, but it's gonna turn out to be like Skyrim 2 or some bullshit.
Oh.
Because they've been saying they're not releasing another. They're saying they're not releasing another Elder Scrolls like mainline game. I think we're gonna get a spin-off like Skyrim 2 style game.
Oh, interesting.
It's a weird prediction, but like I heard somebody say that that's how they would get around it. I think it might have been Andrea Renee or somebody like that. They're like, they're not gonna just call it Elder Scrolls. They're just gonna call it Skyrim 2, and it's gonna be a little spin-off thing.
I mean, it makes sense, right? I think like Skyrim probably has more cachet now than Elder Scrolls.
Oh, definitely.
Does, at least amongst the main public, with like it coming to Switch and like that game never actually dying. I mean, people refer to it as Skyrim. They don't ever say, the Elder Scrolls 5, but I kind of dig it, and I also kind of hate it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't want it to happen. I don't want Skyrim to be the name, but that makes a lot of sense, especially from the market share aspect of it, like that.
Oh, yeah, because like I have never played another Elder Scrolls game, and I've barely ever heard of the other ones besides Skyrim.
Oblivion was the other one that was like notable, but I only played it briefly. I think Skyrim has as much. Like, I feel like if you ask people who kind of tangentially know games, they would tell you that the two Bethesda properties were Fallout and Skyrim. Yeah. And not Fallout and the Elder Scrolls. Even though they've tried it with like Elder Scrolls Online and what was the Elder Scrolls Legends? Is that the name of the card game?
Yeah, they have a card game.
But I think that makes a lot of sense.
And they're not afraid to do spin-offs. And so I'm like,
That's
why
true.
not? Let's fucking do it, boys.
They love doing it with Dishonored and Wolfenstein, especially.
Yeah.
All right, I'm mulling over 2 here.
Okay.
And they're both pretty good. I think we'll go with this one. I think whatever Starfield is finally revealed, and it has nothing to do with any Bethesda property we know.
Okay.
It has no connection to anything.
When did they tease Starfield?
So Starfield, I believe, was in the Bethesda Land graphic from last year.
Okay.
And then it has been thrown around as a code name for a while. So they were just kind of tipping their hat to, this is Starfield. And people thought it might have been Prey, but it was kind of confirmed that wasn't the case when it was on the Bethesda Land thing and Prey was already there. So I think Starfield is revealed. It's probably not called Starfield, but I think there might be, like, if I had to take a guess, probably like a space RPG.
That makes sense. When you put star in the name, it's like, oh yes, space.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's Bethesda, right? So it could be like Bethesda Game Studios working on a space thing. but I think it's officially revealed. I don't think there's a date or anything like that. I just think it's like, and this is what Starfield is.
By the way, this game actually exists, y'all. You're welcome.
That's exactly how Pete Hines is gonna say it.
Y'all, you're
y'all,
welcome.
Starfield. That'd be great.
Is he the one who wears like graphic gamer T-shirts under like sports coats? Or is that just the rest of E3?
Phil Spencer does that too at
Okay.
Xbox. But Pete Hines does that. I think he wore a T-shirt last year.
It's like, it's all just like middle-aged white dudes wearing graphic
Yeah,
T-shirts
with-
and sport
with
coats,
no
so I get
chins.
them really
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah, exactly.
They have
Now
no
the
discernible
one
features.
the one standout is PlayStation's Andrew House, who talks like this. He's got a very weird accent.
He
know
really
where he's
does.
from.
I love him though.
I love
Okay.
Andy House.
I think Bethesda teases another Dishonored. I don't think they
Really?
give I don't think they give a release date. I think they just give a Dishonored style teaser. They proved with Dishonored 2 that they could tell other stories kind of within that same space, within that same world, even though they were kind of connected, but they kind of weren't. I think they can do it again. Why not? They'll tease it. They won't give us. They won't even give us like a. I feel like they'll barely give us a Dishonored 3 title. Like it's gonna be the teasiest of teasers.
Sure.
The absolute teasiest.
Okay. I like that. I think so. So my hesitance with that is that, not to like shoot down your point, but I think we're gonna get one of the other. I think we're either gonna get Doom 2 or either a Dishonored game or maybe the hints of Evil Within was so recent and Prey was so recent that like we still gotta have Rage 2 somewhere in there. And we still gotta have and we still gotta have Fallout 76, which is the big thing. So I think one of these other things is getting revealed, and maybe two of them, but like 3 is a little heavy. And
It's
then
a
I'm
little
sure there's gonna
lot,
be like,
but that's why I say it's like the teasiest of teasers. It's gonna be like barely moving images
like
on a
black
screen.
smoke
It's gonna be
and maybe forming a
it's
3 or
straight up just
something.
gonna be
I
like the
gotcha.
voice actor telling a story or something.
Sure.
And at the end,
like
it's
the,
gonna fade into like Dishonored 3, and we're gonna be like, oh shit!
Yeah, it's like the Metroid Prime reveal that Nintendo did. Not so
Yeah,
long
it's
ago,
just like
where it's
not
just, like, the
even
moon
fucking
and the floor.
concept art. It's just like
Yeah.
what could be seen in any movie. Yeah.
Sure. So my other things I wrote down here, the one I was toying with was that Fallout 76 is this fall. I think it's really, really soon. I think they did this with Fallout 4. They announced and then was released in the same year. I think they're going to do it again. I think they like doing that. I think that's a smart way to build hype. And they did it with Evil Within last year. So I think that's something they love to. Yeah, I think that's something they love to do. And then the only other one that I had was that Fallout Shelter 2 is announced, but I think that's a lock.
Do you think Fallout Shelter 2 ties in with Fallout 76?
Probably, yeah. I don't know, because Fallout Shelter didn't with 4, right? Like
It didn't, but like it had all the makings that it totally could have at some point if they like flipped 3 switches.
Sure, yeah, like maybe it's an XP boost, or maybe you get like special items that you can put in your city or whatever.
Yeah, that's what, because we're hearing all the rumors of it being like an online like survival kind of game. I think it would be really smart to have some sort of way to keep people in the same game, and they're like, you can also, here's how you can upgrade your houses. By the way, just play on this video game. Like,
get this painting and you'll
have it in your house.
I feel that. Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Okay, next up is gonna be Square.
Okay, so Square, I'm going to be quite honest. I know nothing about JRPGs.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be lost in that regard. So I went completely Western. I went with the only Square properties I know.
Okay.
So you're first, actually.
Oh, yeah, okay. I think with Square, we're going to see, they have that Avengers project that they teased last year. I think we're going to show a longer trailer for that, but I think we're going to get a release window of 2020.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I guess we're close enough that they could be saying that now.
Yeah, and also, like, that's kind of the next... It sounds weird, and I don't really like the whole Marvel MCU and everything like that, and I don't pay that much attention, but, like, when you look at how stacked they are for content, I think they would try and hold this back a little bit until they need a little time to breathe for the movies.
Yeah.
That
makes a lot of sense, right?
Completely connected, but, like, that just makes sense to me.
Yeah, you don't want people to be overloaded, and the idea of releasing a Marvel game in the short aftermath of Infinity War 2 is like, or Avengers 4, or whatever it ends up being called, like, that's terrifying, right? Because your Google searches are going to be owned by the movie and not the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a very salient point.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I don't think that game's gonna come out before summer of 2020, and I would be surprised if it came out during summer of 2020.
Summer's a great spot for it, though. You could do the blockbuster thing. That'd be great.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The best spot for it. All right, go ahead, Dormido.
I think that I guess this isn't. I mean, it's a Western style game, but it isn't technically a Western. I actually don't know who made it. There's a property that Square kind of had this game that was really good, and they remastered it and put it on PS4 and Xbox One, and then like they messed around with it a lot and like made like I forget, they were trying like an MMO and something with it. That's all gone now, and Sleeping Dogs 2 gets announced. I think that makes a whole lot of sense. Okay. I think they need something other than Tomb Raider to be here, and I think that is just enough of a hook to. And I just announced, I'm not putting a date on it. I think that maybe we get like a neon sign of a dog or something. I don't know. But like that game had such a cool aesthetic and it was super underrated, but it got a remaster. So they obviously like put a little effort into it.
They care at least a little bit.
Right. They want that to be something. And they bungled it with the MMO. But I think that they would have had time by now to sort of course correct. And I think there's enough cachet in that name to try something new with it.
Okay. That's actually a really good, like, bet. That's a really good get there.
Thank you.
Did not even remember that Sleeping Dogs existed.
It's just probably not good for the prediction.
I mean, not good for the whole thing, but I also missed out on a lot of games that I should have known because I just couldn't play them, so...
Sure.
I know this is an unpopular kind of prediction.
Okay.
I think the Kingdom Hearts release date is going to be in the Square conference. If they want to play with the big dogs, sleeping dogs. If they want to make
play with the big slumbering dogs.
If they want to make their conference have any sort of, and I use this term very lightly, clout, they have to have something. And the Kingdom Hearts release date, like that's a very Square thing to do. Like I know they showed the rest of it on the PS whatever stage. I don't think they're gonna show the Kingdom Hearts release date.
You know, I think honestly, if it's not there, it's not at Sony. I don't think Sony is doing.
Oh, okay.
I think I would double down on that because I think Sony is going to focus so much on first party this year. Now, granted, there will be third party announcements, and I'm sure we'll get to that. But I think people tie Kingdom Hearts enough with PlayStation that they don't really need to waste time saying, "Oh, by the way, here's the Kingdom Hearts release date," because you could say, you know, give Square the emphasis there, give them the push, and it just make for better time for everybody. Square Enix has to have something.
They have to have something big, and if they're trying to make this, they've been kind of ramping up and trying to make this conference bigger and bigger. Like if they want to be a big conference that we care about, Kingdom Hearts just gets me there, man. I'm there.
Yeah, I mean, like
I love to see Disney characters getting the shit beat out of them. I love it. My favorite thing.
So, I mean, yeah, they've kind of been weirdly off and on with E3. If you remember when Bethesda started their conference, they announced Fallout 4. That was their first conference that they did, E3 conference. And so that's sort of the precedent you're setting. If you're coming out of nowhere and having a conference again, you got to have something.
You need something.
And I think that Tomb Raider's not going to be it because we all know Tomb Raider's coming.
Yeah.
And that's basically been leaked all to hell. Like all of the Tomb Raiders are for some reason.
It's the leakiest bucket we've ever seen.
Yeah, like I love that. I think it was the Tomb Raider before the Shadow of the Tomb Raider got leaked because a dude was working on his laptop in a subway or something, and somebody just saw the presentation. That's true. He just like saw the PDF and he's like, "Oh," and he like took a picture, and that's how he knew it was called Shadow of the Tomb Raider or Rise of the Tomb Raider, whatever it was called.
That's how I want every video game leak to happen ever.
Right? Like some dude just on his laptop on the subway. Like, how do you not don't work on the subway?
Just like chill. I thought you meant like in a subway. I didn't think you meant on like a subway train.
No, not in a subway restaurant. I think you meant in the
sandwich shop subway, and I'm like, that's an okay place. Yeah, like that's a weird place to work, but I kind of appreciate it. Like, okay, let's go. Like,
yeah.
I just
don't work on something that secret in the public. So I know Kingdom Hearts has said 2018. I don't believe it for a second. I think that game is getting pushed back to early next year. It just does not feel finished in any regard because Square games never do. And I will be shocked. This is not my prediction. I don't think we see Final Fantasy VII Remake at all.
Oh no,
this
they're
entire
just
weekend.
like...
This entire weekend, they're not going to talk about
That's
it.
their redheaded stepchild. They don't want to show that to the public at all.
Well,
at all.
I mean, like, I can't imagine it's far along, as long as they take to make games.
I've heard rumors that they had to like switch teams and like scrap the whole thing like
Yeah,
halfway through. So like, there's no way in hell that game's here.
No. My other prediction is that it's another 2. Life is Strange 2 is officially unveiled, and it's next year. So that's happening. We do know Life is Strange 2 is happening, but it's not. It's never been like officially shown off.
Is that
and I think
the
it
one
gets...
with the blue-haired lady and then also lesbians?
Yeah, it's like the episodic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now
Telltale almost kind of thing. And they did Life is Strange, I think in 2015, and then last year did Beyond the Storm or whatever, like the small expansion was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Before the Storm. Thank you. And I think it's time. I think that it'll probably, if I had to guess, they might actually put a date on it, and I think I'll put this to my prediction. It's going to be before fall. I think it's going to happen. Within a year. Within a year, basically.
Okay, so you're predicting before fall of like 2019 it's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. So within
I'm thinking
technically
like June,
the 365 days from now. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a better, bolder prediction than just saying, because it's happening. We know it's happening.
Yeah, it's gotta.
Safe bet. So, and that's all I have for Square. I know nothing about JRPGs. I wrote down Bravely Third because there was Bravely Default and then Bravely Second that people loved, and Bravely Third's apparently happening, but I don't know enough about it to speak with any sort of clout.
I don't know, to be like, yes, this is happening.
Yeah, Bravely Third. It's a game that has a chick with wings on it, because that's all I know about those games. But
we love games with chicks with wings.
Yeah. My only other thing was that there might be another Final Fantasy Tactics game in the works finally, but I don't know.
Another Final Fantasy, do you mean like a mainline one or another like
no,
is there
Tactics.
A spin-off called Tactics? Okay.
So Final Fantasy Tactics is like a not a JRPG, but it's like the crowd RPG, like Civ. Like a strategy game. That's one thing. And people love that series, and it's been dead for a while. But I don't know enough about it to say that.
Yeah. Okay.
So is Yubi next?
Yeah, Yubi's next.
All right.
I actually have a question that I wanna pick your brain on a rule real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I make one of my Ubisoft predictions like a more vague version of my Get Hyped moment? Like, if my Get Hyped moment includes a release date and, like, a location for the game to happen, is that different enough than my base, like, prediction?
So your baseline prediction would be, like,
Watch Dogs 3. It's happening. It exists. And then in my Get Hyped moment, I'll put, like, a year and, I'll specify.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Does that
work?
I'm
fine
okay. Alright, go ahead. What's yours?
My first one.
Okay.
And this one's a strange pull, and I almost made it a Get Hype moment.
Okay.
Rayman Legends 2, or Rayman : whatever, is announced.
Rayman of some sorts.
Yeah, Rayman Architect.
Exists.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Rayman Legends did better than anybody expected it to, and I think this is weird. I think Rayman Legends 2, or whatever we're calling it, will have something exclusive to the Switch. Because Rayman Legends originally was a Wii U exclusive, and then it went multi-platform. So I think as like sort of a goodwill thing, and because they had that Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle Royale or whatever the hell it's called,
which was apparently a very good game.
Yeah, it was supposed to be awesome,
surprisingly a great game.
Believe. But I do love the guy who like was in the crowd and it was his game and he was crying and E3 is great. I love that guy. But I think that this is an off the wall prediction. I am eating the point here. I'm okay with it, but I want to have said it if it does happen.
I want it to exist.
And I think there will, maybe I can will it into existence. I think there will be something exclusive to the Switch. Maybe a skin, maybe a level, maybe a remaster of Rayman Legends. I don't know, but I think it's happening.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's not what anyone's talking about, but
that's such a weird one. I love it. I love it.
It's real weird.
Okay, so my base Ubisoft predictions is that Watch Dogs 3 is gonna happen. We're gonna get a fully fleshed out. We're gonna get like a good trailer for it. Because
we're getting a Run the Jewels song or some like
hell yeah we are.
Yeah, okay.
Don't try and kill my vibe here, boy. We're getting it.
Okay, good.
And the reason I say this,
I had like 3 songs in 2.
The reason I say this is because it's about time. Because Watch Dogs 1 came out in 2014, 2 came out in 2016, this is 2018. It would make sense if it came out this like fall. And also, Ubisoft. Here's the thing that really makes me think it's happening. Ubisoft have a little AI chatbot. His name is Sam. He's kind of like a searchable Wikipedia for every Ubisoft thing ever.
Okay.
But when you ask him about Watch Dogs 3, he says that he has, quote-unquote, played an early build, and those devs work magic.
What?
So it's straight up, they like...
Is this your scoop? Like, who?
No, this is not my scoop. This is like a Ubisoft insider scoop or whatever that I found on YouTube when I was trolling through to find these predictions. But like, straight up, they just like leaked their own game, I guess, kind of.
What? Okay.
And then... There's even more parts to this conspiracy theory, but I'll leave that until my get hype moment.
All right.
Because there's a whole other part of this conspiracy that I want to happen so bad.
Okay. Cool. I love it. My other prediction. See, I don't like predicting the things that are almost certain because I don't. I would rather get an off the wall prediction than get like, an easy one.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is shown.
Right, exactly, yeah. It's in Greek. Who would have thought?
Wow.
So I'm going to go with Child of Light 2 is happening.
Okay.
They did a sequel to... So they did those UbiArts games that were... it was the one where you climb up. Grow Up, I think? And then with a little robot. That wasn't what it was called. What was that game called? The little robot that climbs stuff.
Climby Boy.
Grow Home. Grow Home is what it was called.
Grow Home? Okay.
Yes. Not Gone Home, because that's where my mind went.
Yeah,
it was
like,
Grow
what?
Home, and then Child of Light, and there was one other UbiArts game. And Grow Home got a sequel. Oh, it was Valiant Hearts was the other UbiArts game. So I think that they still like that engine enough, and Child of Light, I think, of the three, has the most resonance in gaming. I think people love that game. I think it's perfect for Switch. I could see the first Child of Light being ported other places, but I think Child of Light 2, I'm really confident in this for some reason, and I predicted this, I think, last year too. I think it's happening, like, really hard. I just don't know when.
It's happening so hard, you guys, you just don't even know.
It's happening so hard, yeah.
Okay, I like that. This one is kind of... It's a little bit of a shoo-in, but I'm adding a difficulty thing for it. I think we see a trailer for The Division 2.
Okay.
I think it takes place in Boston.
Whoa.
I just think it'd be fun. I think Ubisoft like their American cities that they can like adjust, because we've shown with like, I mean, The Division 1 took place in New York, and then you had Watch Dogs, Chicago, and like San Fran. Yeah. I think they like cities that don't get quite as much love, and I think I could see them doing it. I could see them doing it, especially since this is a weird thing. I think they might be on like an American kick right now because of Far Cry 5. I could see them using some of that, like making that another thing kind of in the Division.
Kind of thing?
And just have the place just fucking decked out in like American flags while people are just shooting the fuck out of each other. Like, that'd be lit as hell. Yeah. But I think it'd be fun. It's either, in my mind, it came down to like Boston or Philadelphia, and I decided on Boston because I just like it.
Philly would be interesting.
Philly would be cool too, though, right? Right? Yeah,
like shooting down. You got to shoot down the Liberty Bell at some point. That has to happen.
I just think it'd be interesting because I read that a lot of like the criticism from the Division 1 kind of came from like, it just felt like such a generic city. It didn't quite feel like New York. So I think they might try and be like, this is this city, and this is this city when it's real fucked. Yeah. I
like it. I think I like Philly a little more. I think just because we've not seen Philly in games as much.
Yeah, I could not think of another game that I've seen either. I mean, Boston's also a really obscure get too for gaming wise. Maybe not quite
Fallout 4
as,
was in
but
Boston.
yeah.
That's the only other one I can think of.
But like, yeah, that's the only other ones I could think of.
So my other two UB predictions that we're not going to count. Splinter Cell's happening and it's next year. I think that's a lock.
Do you think they reveal that at the Ubisoft conference?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't think they would save it for third party. I don't. I could see it being an Xbox kinda.
Spoiler alert for my next prediction. Splinter Cell is at the Xbox, and it's like a dramatic trailer, like the one that I wrote up and posted on Twitter because it's dumb and funny.
The one you posted a full script to on Twitter.
The one I posted, yeah. No, I straight up think it's gonna be at Microsoft, but yeah.
And then I think Beyond Good and Evil 2 gets another trailer, but no date still.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah.
We're not gonna get a date for that one until like the day it's coming out, are we?
Yeah, they're like, hey, we finally finished it. Everybody's like, no one plays games anymore. It's all in augmented reality. What are you talking about?
They're gonna show up in like 2024 on like September 4th. They're like, by the way, guys, this game's coming out like tomorrow. Like, in case you guys didn't know.
Yeah.
Those are both two good gets.
Who's next? Microsoft?
Microsoft. And so I'll just go with my first prediction. Splinter Cell is going to be at Microsoft. It's not going to be Sam Fisher in the trailer. It's going to be a new protagonist. It's kind of like a soft reboot or a hard reboot. What's the difference between the hardness of reboots?
What's the Morse scale of reboots? Yeah. I think a soft reboot is like still tied to the original IP in some way. I think a hard reboot is literally just in name and style only.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think like God of War was a soft reboot.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this will be like a soft reboot of Splinter Cell, and they'll have Sam Fisher will be some old man who's like now directing his own Splinter Cell.
Sure.
Is that how those games worked? Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. And he's like sitting in like a director's chair, and it just says "My Splinter Cell" now. Yeah.
This is my Splinter Cell.
Okay, Microsoft is, I think, maybe the most fun conference this year because
Microsoft could do anything.
They could pull anything out of their ass, and I'm very excited for it. Let's see. Because we're doing 5 for these, right? We got a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta be more strategic then. I gotta take one that I think you'll do.
Oh no! Now. If you do this, Storm, you're gonna ruin me. Do it, Dorm.
I'll give you
ruin me. Ruin me.
Yeah, okay. So we enter in a dark room or some sort of dark setting, and there is it's sort of like maybe like a sci-fi temple looking thing, and then someone takes their hand and dusts off some sand, and there's a 6. It's Halo 6. I think. Because they did that wild reveal of Halo 5 with like the Guardian or the thing coming out of the thing and then Master Chief taking off his scarf. So I think they like that sort of cinematic reveal. I don't think I almost put this as a prediction. I do not think Halo Battle Royale is happening. I don't. I would love it.
Counter-predict?
Sure. Yeah. No, go ahead. This is not my official prediction. I would love it. I think that of all the games that I've played that I would want a Battle Royale in, I think Halo's at the top of the list just because of how fun that combat is. So I think it'd be great. I just don't think it's happening. I think it's more likely that Gears of War is doing the Battle Royale than Halo.
Ooh, that'd also be a good one. Okay, so just to kind of build off that, yes.
So this is your second prediction, yes?
Yes. So yeah, we're getting a fucking Halo 6 trailer, whatever, yada yada yada. It's super way too dramatic for what the series is.
Yeah, it's like super swelling and...
And then at the end, they're like, do you guys want more Halo content? Do you guys want new Halo content? Go home. Halo Battle Royale patch for Halo 5 is on your Xbox right fucking now. I think they drop it just to get people back and playing Halo again. I think...
Oh, that's interesting.
It would be... Because the way that Halo, like... They have so many different like game modes already. Battle Royale fits so well into their roster.
Easily. Yeah.
And it would be so easy for that dev team to do.
I mean, they have like Griffball. Like this is not the silliest mode you could add to Halo.
Yeah, no, I think Halo Battle Royale mode is going to be in Halo 5 first, and it's going to be available for download within the month.
I like it. Do you think it goes on that Game Pass or whatever? Do you think they're like, and if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can download it as a separate thing, or do you think it's just part of Halo 5?
I think it's probably just part of Halo 5. I think they want to get people... I mean, also, to be fair, I think it would also be a good thing to have it just in Halo 5, because if you announce Halo 6, people are like, oh, I totally missed Halo 5. I should go back and, like, try it.
And then I
think they do it as that sort of thing.
I like it.
That's it. I just love the mic drop moments of, like, you can go home and download it right fucking now.
Right now. Yeah, for sure. I only have, I don't think I have any right nows, but I have, like, a very soon one.
Okay. Okay.
But that's later. Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think this is where Rocksteady is, and I think it's
Okay.
Justice League. I do not think it's Superman alone. I do not think it's Batman alone. I think it's Justice League. Go ahead. What do you look like you're eager to say something?
One of my backup predictions is Justice League trailer Rocksteady, and this is an exact line that I wrote. This will have character switching like a mix of GTA 5 and the way you swap between Catwoman and Batman in Arkham City.
Yep.
It's gonna have character switching and like mix and matching. I think that would just be lit as fuck, dude.
Me too. And there's so many rumors that they're doing Superman, and I think that would be a fine shift for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there is more cachet, and they can sort of build off. This Batman character we've made.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at this same Batman and how he interacts with everyone else in the Justice League. Because Arkham Knight didn't feel like a proper ending for Batman for me.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't feel like the capstone that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought for a long time that they were doing another Batman. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing another Batman game. Maybe it's not Arkham, maybe it's like Batman Beyond the game. But I think that this makes the most sense to sort of mirror the cinematic universe a little bit, basically outdo them at their own game.
Basically, yeah.
And with the Avengers game coming, I mean, it'd be really smart to say, like, well, Avengers is still far away. This Justice League game, we've been working on it
right
for a
here,
while.
right now.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's very smart, and I think it's a really smart move for Rocksteady, too, because if they make a Justice League game, they have, like, 5 or 6 other characters they can just pick and choose from for their next shit. Like, they might be tired of Batman. They're probably not, because they're really fucking good at Batman, but, like, they can be by the way, other characters now exist, too. I think you're right on Justice League right there. I like it. I like that prediction a lot.
I think that opens it up, too, for, like, WB Montreal to make a Flash game in the year that it takes to... make another Justice League or whatever.
Oh yeah,
I think it
definitely.
All
right.
What's your third?
This one? Okay. I'll do this one. Okay. We get new Gears of War. I don't know if it's more multiplayer, like another like a DLC pack for the Gears of War that just came out, or if they just tease a whole new game. I don't know. We just get new Gears of War at the Microsoft conference.
Okay.
David Bautista's there. He really wants to do it.
Yeah, he's like
mocapping for this dude on screen at the presentation. Oh, that'd be lit.
Batista just shows up and literally Batista bombs Phil Spencer, and then Phil Spencer's dead, and Batista runs the rest of the conference. And there's no Gears of War in there. He wanted to do it so
it's
badly.
Just yeah.
Broke on the stage.
No, I think that's a good one for them.
Yeah, for sure. I think Gears of War is. I think they're going to bring out as many big guns as they have.
Mm-hmm. They need
and I think the two that they have are Halo and Gears of War. I think those are the two big guns they own.
Yeah.
So another big. I think they're going to do a lot of third party stuff. The way I see this going, Microsoft's going to do a lot of third party. In my head, Microsoft's doing a lot of third party. Sony's doing a lot of first party. Nintendo's Nintendo. So I think that if we get a lot of third-party announcements, I think they happen at Microsoft.
Okay.
Unless there are some things that are leaning really heavy Sony. There are a couple that I think are. So I think this is where Mortal Kombat 11 is.
Okay.
And I think it's this year. I think Mortal Kombat 11 is nearly done.
I like that.
Because they turned out Injustice 2. So they did Injustice. I think they took a year off, Mortal Kombat 10, Injustice 2, and then like those were back to back. So I think that because they have the Mortal Kombat 10 engine, I think they can pretty easily make Mortal Kombat 11, add new characters, all that kind of love. And those games are really, really good. And I think that's a big get for Xbox because they are sort of the powerhouse of fighting games.
Yeah.
And Sony tried to do something with Street Fighter and it didn't work. But I think with Mortal Kombat, I don't think it'll be exclusive or anything, but I think it will be. We're going to try to tie it to our platform because it's going to be on the Xbox stage.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that one.
So you got two more.
I got two more. I got one that's just such like a throwaway at this point, and like we know it's gonna happen. But I want to take this one before you might. Okay. I think we're gonna get more Dead Rising. I think we're gonna get. It's gonna be a reboot, like a new game kind of thing. It won't have Frank West, and it'll still be silly, but it'll be way more difficult than like the last two have felt.
Sure.
Because like the first Dead Rising games felt really hard, and then they were just like, by the way, fuck it, just go for it, my dude. Just go. So like now I feel like they're gonna do a reboot of. I feel like they're gonna do a reboot / re-upping of Dead Rising.
Hmm.
And you know
I think it makes sense.
You know what my dream for this game is?
What?
The team from Dead Island. I hope they finally get to make Dead Island 2, but it's just Dead Rising. I think that'd be lit as all get out, dude.
That would be really, really cool.
I don't know what that team's working on. I have not checked up on them at all. They might be like, hey, here's our new game that's coming out tomorrow. And I'm like, well, Dead Rising, guys. Come on, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I just think that'd be so good, because the combat in Dead Island actually feels really nice. And so, like, I think that'd be a really good marriage.
Marriage. I'm gonna look something up really quick. So my next prediction. Okay, yeah, all right. My next prediction. VR and AR are not mentioned once on this show. They are nowhere to be seen. No Oculus, none of that game, Xbox, Microsoft, Google Lens, whatever the fuck they put out 2 years ago with Minecraft. None of that. There may be like a also playable on VR logo in a trailer. I'm not counting that. They're not specifically mentioning any sort of VR. I know they own Oculus. I think this is not the year to do it. I think that, or they have a partnership with Oculus. Sorry, Facebook owns Oculus.
Yeah.
So I think that, yeah, I don't think VR is ever mentioned on the show. That's my next prediction. Okay. It's a very all or nothing kind of prediction.
Yeah, you really are just going balls to the wall here, but I love it. Yeah.
I think if they want people to feel they're serious about games, that's what they do.
I think.
This is your last prediction, yes?
This is my last prediction.
All right.
And I like what you're doing with, like, guessing specifics about, like, the content of the conference, like, no VR or whatever. So I'm going to pull out Xbox for at least 3 minutes talks about Mixer on stage.
Fuck. That's brilliant. That is absolutely happening. God,
I think they talk about Mixer.
That's so good. That's so good. That's a lock. I think 3 minutes is the only, like, it is absolutely getting mentioned a bunch.
Yeah, and so I think for a total, of 3, it's not like it might not be a continuous 3 minutes.
Yeah, like a minute here, a minute
3 minutes total. Yeah, that they talk about Mixer.
Yeah, because everybody's that's really fucking smart. That's a lock. Damn, I didn't matter that. All right, my last one. One of these I'm gonna save, I think.
Okay.
For good hype.
Okay.
I think Sunset Overdrive 2 is announced.
Oh, I like that one.
That came out in 2014. It's been enough time. Insomniac did Ratchet and Clank since then, but I don't know what else they've done since then. I think because they have multiple teams, so I think a team could easily be working on something. I mean, that was like Xbox's big launch game, other than Master Chief Collection. Like the 2 bundles you could get are the Master Chief Xbox or the Sunset Overdrive Xbox. So I think there's some sort of, if there's anything that can pull from the well to give a sequel right now, I think that's it. So that's my last Xbox.
Wasn't that game like actually pretty good?
Yeah, it was great. Supposedly, I wanted to play it really badly, but I never got Xbox. So.
That would be a good place for the Dead Island team to be. Just working on like that combat and like that world. Anyway,
yeah, that'd be really cool.
I just really like the bad video game of Dead Island, and I feel like it had so much promise, and I really wanted a second one. Their trailer was so lit. The dude like jogging down. It was a dude jogging down a boardwalk with earbuds in, and as he was like jogging, all the shit was coming out behind him. That was such a good trailer, and I wanted that game very badly. I like a lot of very good bad games, and that's just that.
Sony's next, yeah.
It's the big Sony, the big S,
the big Sony,
the big Sun, big Sun.
I'm first.
Yeah, you are first.
Now, Sony, I feel like I have the most connection with Sony. I feel like I know Sony the best of all of these companies.
Yeah, I know it the least. Even Microsoft was easier than this.
Okay, well, I was obsessed with Podcast Beyond in high school, and then like I just kind of kept up to date with what studios were doing what. So my first one is maybe the most excited that I could be about an announcement that's realistic.
Okay.
Actually, I take that back. There are 2 announcements that could be huge. this one is a game that we know is happening, but I would just get very excited about it. I think Guacamelee 2 is shown, and the date is before October. I think it's really soon. Why are you laughing? Did you have it too?
No, I just love the seriousness and hype you got for Guacamelee.
Guacamelee's awesome. What are you talking about? The game's amazing.
I know, you were talking about it, I think it was like last night, how like you platinumed it like 3 fucking times because you're a madman or some shit. Like,
I platinumed it 3 times or twice. Guacamelee's fantastic. And Guacamelee 2 is happening. They announced it at PSX, I think. I think they could just say on stage, like in their they like doing like these like big first party trailers and then like a bunch of little indie trailers. And I feel like that could end the segment for the indie trailers, like Guacamelee 2 out in September or whatever.
That's good. That's a damn good get, my dude.
I wanted to get that one, even though I knew you probably weren't getting it.
Yeah, I was not coming anywhere close to Guacamelee. What are you talking about? Okay. I want to get... I just really love the mental image that I paint for myself when I say this prediction, okay?
Okay. Take me on a journey.
I'm going to take you on a journey.
All right.
Death Stranding is on stage.
Yeah.
It gets another cinematic trailer.
Uh-huh.
After the trailer is done, when the lights go up on stage, Kojima's there. He plays the game on stage.
Okay.
He has one friend or more who appear partway through the demo. There's at least 3 references to Socially Connected.
Oh, goodness. This is layered. You could get like a 10th of a point for this
I
prediction.
I totally could. So for sake of simplifying it, okay, we know Death Stranding is going to be on stage. Whatever. I think Death Stranding gets both a cinematic trailer and a gameplay demo.
Yeah.
And I think that they've said that being socially connected is so important, and they like that term so much, and that's such a Kojima term, that I feel like Kojima is going to be the one to say it 3 times.
Yes.
I think that's going to happen.
No, I like this prediction a lot, actually. I'm going to nix my Death Stranding prediction. Mine was just that it gets a playable demo on stage, so I think you've sort of encompassed that. But
yeah, I've welcomed it into my loving arms of this prediction.
This isn't part of your prediction, but do you think that there's a date?
No.
I don't either. I don't think it's ready yet. I think that game's a long time away.
I don't think we're going to see that game until 2020, 2021 maybe.
The earliest. I don't know. I could see... Here's the weird thing. There's so much capital behind this game.
That is true, but this game is not going to come out while I'm still in college and I still have 2 years left. This game is not going to come out during my education. That's straight up how I'm doing it.
I love it. All right. I like I like putting the hammer down. All right. This one I'm really not sure about, but I like it so much that I'm going to say it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. What's up?
Ghosts of Tsushima is closer than we think.
Okay.
It gets a gameplay demo and it's released within a year. So before June next year, it gets released.
Okay. Before summer of 2019. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's when the date is. I can't say that like
it will definitely come out. Yeah, I
think that's where they put the date. I think it's maybe like April of next year, I would guess. But
okay.
They've got Days Gone in February now. So I feel like they like doing that sort of 2-month gap. I mean, they did it. Yeah. They did a 1-month gap between God of War and Detroit. So they can mix up exclusives for sure. I think that game's further along. Sucker Punch has been working on that game a lot longer than people think.
Oh yeah.
So I'm ready for it.
I'm just gonna kind of do a fun addendum to your prediction.
Okay.
I think people, when we see it at E3, are gonna compare it to Red Dead 2. I don't know why, but the gameplay elements just looked just similar enough that somebody's going to compare it to Red Dead 2. And also people are going to complain about how, like, a horse dies in the trailer. That was my official prediction, is, like,
oh my God.
People complain about how somebody probably stabs a horse. That was one of my predictions I was going to do.
That's funny.
I just think that that's, like, a totally, like, a thing that would happen.
Yeah. No, yeah, I see.
And it seems dumb enough that it just might work. Okay. Okay, I think... What's my next one? I think... we get a new Devil May Cry trailer. It's release date, and this is gonna be a big swing. I think this game is a lot closer than we think.
Okay.
I think this has a release date within 2018. Or wait,
Holy crap!
I think this has a release date within 2018.
Revealed and released within the year. Damn.
It's gonna be a PS4 and PC exclusive. It's exclusive on consoles to PS4.
It's a console exclusive. Yeah. Okay, that's strong.
I think that's my big get.
Prediction.
That's gonna be a swing and a miss, but I want to make that swing. Damn it.
My third prediction. How safe do I want to play it? I'm gonna take it. The Last of Us 2 gets a broader cinematic trailer than the one we've seen, so it's gonna show a lot more. Maybe there's gameplay, maybe there's not, but it's definitely going to be a little bit more than the 2 trailers we've seen.
Okay.
Actually, I'll say this: it gets a trailer at least with some gameplay. I'm not going to say it's like a gameplay demo.
It's going to have some elements of gameplay.
Yeah, Ellie walking through a street or something. So it gets a gameplay trailer and a date that's in summer of next year.
Summer of next year. Okay.
I think that's when that game hits. It's 6 years after the original T-Lao. And
T-Lao.
The first Last of Us was a summer game. It was end of June, I think, 2013. So I think that by that time, that may be too early. I mean, it might be 2020 when they see this game. I don't know. I'm being hopeful, but I think that because they are putting this front and center in all of their marketing for E3. Yeah. I think we get something substantial at E3.
Okay. Okay, let me just... Okay. I think Cyberpunk 2077 is showing on this stage.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I have no idea what capacity, I just think it's showing on this stage.
Yep. Yeah, no, I think that makes sense.
I think Sony's willing to cash out for it. And I think it's finally far enough along that we can maybe have some sort of, like, a meaty trailer. Yeah. I think we can finally have
something. CD Projekt has no allegiance to anybody as far as we know, so...
They're just there, yeah.
They're open for money, yeah. I think that's...
I think out of the big conferences, I think Sony is way more willing to cash out for that than Microsoft is. Or they're just willing to throw more cash at it.
Yeah, I feel like Microsoft might be a little more desperate, so they might be able to cash out for it, but I think that type of game and that developer specifically would gravitate to more toward PlayStation.
Yeah.
I don't know if Microsoft would realize how much of a cash pool that game will be.
Yeah.
Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe that's not giving them enough credit, but that game just feels more Sony to me.
Yeah, it totally does, actually. It very much does.
Yeah. That's a great pick. Shadows Die Twice is Bloodborne 2.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
Okay.
It's gonna be like some. It's not gonna be as vague as it's called Shadows Die Twice, right? That's the
I mean, that's like I don't know if that's. I think that might just be their code name for it. I think that's what they showed during the trailer.
That's literally all it said, right? Was Shadows Die Twice. So I don't think this is a new property. I think that's a reference to Bloodborne 2 because Die Twice. And I think that we will get a little bit more cinematic thing that reveals with maybe like the way the Bloodborne character looks on the cover art, like that hat and the coat. I think we see that, and then Shadows Die Twice like fades away, smokes away, and then Bloodborne 2 is behind it or whatever.
Okay.
So I think that's
a good one. That's good.
I don't really have a date.
I like that one.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm gonna predict again another bullshit teaser.
Okay.
The teasiest of teaser again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be for another Horizon Zero Dawn game. I don't know how else they would do Horizon Zero Dawn 2. I don't know how the naming convention would work. Horizon
First
1
Dawn.
Yeah. Horizon the First Dawn. I think we're gonna get some sort of teaser for that one.
I love this idea. I've seen this a couple different times, and it makes just enough sense because it seems like everything they have on their plate right now, at least to the untrained eye, is within 2 years, I would say. And they like having that one game just out there a little bit. Like, because think of how early they announced Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man, for that matter. Like, they like having these games a little bit further out to keep you thinking about them. They don't have to do anything crazy, but just keep thinking about them.
Just
and so
plant
I think
that seed in your mind.
Yeah, and I think just hearing Aloy say, like, we're back online or something, and, like, booting up one of the walkers or whatever, like, I think that would be a brilliant way to do it.
It's going to be a very teaser, as much as I predicted that like the next Dishonored is gonna be like the teaser, it's gonna be something along those lines.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very
I always
simple.
in the years before Last of Us 2 was revealed, I always guessed that they would do something like this, where it was just like stage goes black, and then Joel, like you just hear Joel say, "Ellie," and that's like the entire trailer.
That's the trailer.
Yeah, so that's what I want for Horizon, is something similar. It's just like the least information we could possibly get, just that we know it's happening.
Just that there's another Horizon.
Yeah.
There's a Horizon over the Horizon.
There's a
Oh
second
wow,
Horizon.
hire me for your marketing, guys. I'm good at this shit.
All right, my final, I have a bunch here, but my final Sony prediction
Okay.
is that Dreams is given the tiniest little final trailer. Like, I'm going to say under a minute and a half. Like, it is not a gameplay thing. It's like a TV ad, basically. Just like the littlest trailer, and it gets a final release date. And I say it's probably Q1 2019. So between December and February, I think, is when that game's hitting.
Between December and February. Okay.
Yeah, I think it'll be before Days Gone, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll hit that date. But I think they might do the beta is available now, because they've announced that they're doing a beta forever.
Like a year, so, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So they're like, you can play the beta in some form now, and then it comes out
okay.
January 3rd or whatever.
I like that.
That's my final one.
My final prediction. It's kind of a prediction nestled within kind of what you hinted at with the Last of Us 2 trailer.
Okay.
I think Ellie is shown during the press conference, and she doesn't look that much older, and she's hinted at being an antagonist of some sort.
Whoa.
I think we're gonna see.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. So we know Ellie now is like so you're saying like when she's like 19 or something.
Yeah, I'm saying she's still gonna be like pre-20s or around there, but she's gonna be hinted at being an antagonist.
Oh, that's really cool. I like that a lot, because that leaves the mystery of who you're actually playing as.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I think,
that's interesting.
And since is it Neil Druckmann who keeps saying this game is about hate?
About hate,
I think Ellie is just the perfect one to just get spiteful, and I want it so bad.
I don't think she's the villain. I think that's the idea of it. I think is that this is you're gonna be like so negatively motivated in this game. Like, you're not gonna want to do it for the reason she's doing it, and that's why it'll be about hate. I don't know. I love the idea of her being the villain, though. That would be so interesting. The last one's Nintendo.
Uh-huh.
And you're going first. What is your Nintendo prediction?
My first I'm gonna leave an easy one for you. I'm gonna leave my easy ones for you, so I'm gonna take a really weird swing.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a weird swing. But the more I look at it, the more I convince myself of it.
Okay.
A Rockstar game will be ported to Switch.
Oh, that's good.
Right? Because, okay, so the Nintendo 3DS had GTA... Lovey's just, like, chilling in the background.
Yeah, no, I see it.
The Nintendo 3DS had GTA Chinatown Wars.
Mm-hmm.
It had a bunch... It just had so many weird games that came to it. I think Rockstar would be willing to do... Maybe it's not going to be a new game developed for Switch. Fuck that.
Sure.
It's going to be a port of something. Either...
GTA 5?
No, I don't think GTA 5 could actually run on it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think they could.
I mean, it's like on par with like PS3 and 360 stuff, right? That's what it ran on originally.
GTA 5
I'm not trying to
might be
give it to one or
good.
the other. I'm just...
I actually got the idea because I was watching UK Switch play Bully, and I'm like, that'd be a game that I could see them putting on a Switch for no good reason.
Yeah, or maybe
And like,
the first
I mean,
Red Dead.
Rockstar already did. I mean, Rockstar personally did not do, but they have LA Noire on there. Like, that runs fine.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So there's a Rockstar game will be ported to Switch.
I like
That's just my broad
I really like the prediction a lot. I think that would be enough of a curveball that people be like, what? Like, I think that's a lot of fun.
I was stuck between Rockstar or like a Sims game is going to go onto Switch. That was my other one, but I thought that Rockstar would be more likely. What do you got, boys?
My first prediction is my favorite prediction of the entire E3.
Okay, I love
this.
this.
I think if it's gonna happen, it happens at Nintendo.
Okay.
I think that we see some like pixely, like 8-bit, maybe even 16-bit, maybe even 64-bit, like versions of a forest, and maybe like a castle and things like this. And this great chiptune music is playing. and Shovel Knight 2 is announced. I think that is nearly a lock for an eventual Nintendo announcement. They love Nintendo. There's the Shovel Knight amiibo. There's the 3 like Plague Knight, King Knight, and Spectre Knight. They have their own amiibo now. They were on Switch day one. I think if it's going to happen anywhere, Yacht Club will be like, hey, Nintendo, you want the rights to this? Because we love you. And Nintendo will be like, absolutely. They have a great working relationship. So I think that if it's going to happen anywhere, I think it's about time. I mean, Shovel Knight came out in 2014. I know they've been doing like an expansion every year, but I think now is probably, they said they were going to do one for every king, and I don't doubt that, or every knight rather. I don't doubt that, but I think that maybe they might go ahead and reveal they're working on Shovel Knight 2, and it's coming whenever. I think actually, I'll save this for another prediction. Go ahead.
Okay. I think let's see. I think the Yoshi game that they announced at the very start of the Switch's lifespan finally gets a name. It will not launch before Smash does. It's not going to be before Smash.
That's a cool prediction. I like that prediction a lot. I like the way you phrase that.
Yeah, right?
You give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, but actually I like...
Yeah. It's not going to launch before Smash. It's not.
It either is so far ahead of it or so far behind it. I don't think they want it anywhere near it. I don't think it's close enough to be so far ahead of it. So I think you're absolutely...
I think it's going to come out, and I think it's closer than we think it is because it's one of their little treehouse studios working on it, assumedly. I think we're going to see this one in we're going to see it anywhere at the beginning of next year. So we're going to see it in like spring of like 2019. Yoshi's a good spring. He's a good spring boy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
he's a good springy boy.
Spring chicken. Yeah,
he's a good spring boy, and I think It's gonna be kind of like how Captain Toad Treasure Tracker isn't like technically like a full game, so they're not gonna price it like a I just don't see how you could make a full game out of Yoshi.
Yeah, I think it's $40. I think it's
like a 2A Nintendo title that releases in the spring.
Cool, I like it. Yeah, that game would get
not before
eaten
Smash
up,
and Switch.
pun not intended, in holiday. There's no way that game releases in holiday, and I don't think we're close enough for them to quick release.
I don't think they're gonna be like, and it's available tomorrow.
No, Nintendo doesn't do that. Okay, my next one, and I'm gonna take it. Fortnite is on Switch, and it comes out before the holiday season. So I think I'll say before October. I think it's really soon. I want to say it's like August.
You want me to blow your mind, Dorm?
Yeah, go for it.
Because today on I think it was the Nintendo Switch Reddit, they revealed that there are download files for Fortnite in the eShop right now. I think Fortnite wants to be there enough. I think Fortnite wants to make a splash enough. I think Fortnite would be like, and it's available right now.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think they would. There's been too many leaks, and like, it's so much of like a definitely gonna happen, but on the Reddit this morning there was like, here's update files, and it wasn't even like a download file, it was just like an update file for
I saw the V101 Fortnite. Or whatever, yeah.
So like, I think it's gonna happen. I like it. I just think it's closer than you think. It's closer than we all think.
Nah, it's yesterday. It's already
out. Okay. I think my next one. I think we get DLC for the Kirby game.
Oh, okay. That makes a ton of sense.
We get some sort of DLC, another expansion pack, something for Kirby.
Yep. No, that makes absolute sense.
Yeah. It's not like it's totally gonna happen. That game's been out long enough. There's definitely DLC for it by now.
Absolutely. Yeah, perfect. I think my next one is that we're gonna get, as a playable character in Smash Brothers, Shovel Knight. I think they're gonna lean. So I think one of the two is gonna happen. I don't think both, but I do think that Shovel Knight makes a lot of sense as the first Western character.
Yeah.
He has I could see them honestly trying to make Shovel Knight 2 exclusive. I think that they want to tie Shovel Knight to them as closely as they can.
That makes a lot of sense.
It appeals to the old school Nintendo audience. They've obviously committed fucking 4 amiibos to it, so there's some sort of resonance
love
there. Yeah, and I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, there's a lot of crossover with fans. I think Shovel Knight makes a lot of sense as a Smash character too, because he already controls in sort of like a 2D, and has some unique tool.
Yeah.
And he already controls in a 2D environment. So I think that transportation would be really easy for devs. I just feel like he feels right, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Do Shovel Knight.
That makes a lot of sense. I haven't heard that a lot, but that makes a lot of sense. I feel like that makes more sense than people who are like, Crash is the next Smash character.
Yeah, that's so left field.
Like, nah. Okay. I think we get a teaser. And again, I'm giving the games industry a lot of credit for doing big cinematic, like, teasers. I think we get a teaser for an F-Zero game.
Ooh.
Right?
Interesting.
I feel like we get, like, a teaser and it's just, like, you know, that music. It's that kind of thing. And I think we're not going to get it until, like, 2020.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those games that they're going to tease and tease and tease, and then they're going to be like, by the way, Nintendo Direct, like, a Direct for it is tomorrow. The game comes out in 3 months.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I just feel like it's one of those that they're going to want to start planting the seeds for.
Yeah.
Because it's one of their older franchises that they kind of let slip. I think they're going to want to start planting the seeds for, like, for something.
They want to refresh people's memories of it, and they have the F-Zero stuff on SNES Classic and all that. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of SNES Classic,
okay,
this is where the N64 Classic is revealed.
Okay.
That's all I got. I don't know anything.
Sure.
It makes sense. Smash and Smash, like Mario and Mario. I think it makes a lot of sense.
That's fair. I like that. Okay.
Your fifth and final Nintendo prediction.
My fifth and final one. A new Fire Emblem game is announced.
Oh.
We don't get a release date.
Okay, fair.
Purely because I don't know where it would fit. I genuinely am not sure where it would fit. I haven't played those games enough or at all to like get the feel of like what kind of game they would be. Like, you know how some games are just like, they're definitely fall and winter games?
Yeah.
We don't get a release date.
No, I think that's fair. I think that's probably one of those games that's far enough away that even trying to guess a date might be misinformed, right? Like, it just might be a weird move.
I think it might be. I don't think it's like super far away. I think we get a release. I think it releases before like 2022, maybe even 2021.
Oh yeah,
because they had the ones on. They had the ones that just came out recently on like the DS and stuff. So
on 3DS, and there were 2 of them, so they can. Yeah. They were like kind of like did the Pokemon thing where you could go with either version.
Yeah.
My final, so I'm not gonna do Metroid because I don't know enough about it. My final Nintendo prediction is that Overcooked 2 is revealed.
You're going with
this
it.
This is the spot for it. Yeah, I think this. So I think that the placard thing is real. I think that Overcooked 2 makes all the sense in the world. That game was way bigger than anybody expected it to be. I think that game takes not a long time to develop because, I mean, like, it's something pretty simple from a gameplay standpoint. It's just changing objectives. It's more challenges.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lock. I think that makes so much sense. They can show people playing it on one Joy-Con, and they can do it. Makes so much sense to me.
Is Overcooked 2 gonna be a Switch console exclusive?
No, I don't think so. I think that's
just gonna be announced there.
I think it's I think Nintendo's gonna be like, by the way, we're gonna be the first to reveal this game. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what are your V8 Energy Get Hype moments brought to you by Fruit by the Foot? What is your first hype moment?
That's so dumb and I love it.
Really
okay.
Good.
My first one is the one that I'm simultaneously most confident and least confident about it.
All right.
We get an Animal Crossing teaser. It has a We have a Nintendo Direct for more info about it in January, and it releases in March. Animal Crossing games release in March or September, because those are apparently, according to Sarah, the seasons you can do stuff most in. So they get you, like, hooked with, like, doing things.
Yeah.
And I think they could just be printing money. If they had Animal Crossing and Smash and Pokemon come out, oh my god.
That's my only worry, is that they might. I think Animal Crossing is happening 100%.
I just don't know if it's this soon. I know.
I don't know if they tell us this soon. I love it though. I hope it happens.
I think
I will be very excited.
the only reason I think it would happen at E3 is because they're trying to make it more appealing to a Western audience. And also, there's been some things that have popped up in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp that are like, oh shit, so we're getting like a Switch version for this in like 3 months.
Oh,
like
cool.
there's like a little thing that you can make for your campers, and they like set up a little Switch on a table and are like playing games. And one of the games it cycles through is Animal Crossing, as meta as it is.
Beautiful.
Like it's gonna happen, and I think it's gonna happen soon.
Cool. I like it. So my first V8 Energy Get Hype moment, as brought to you by Foot, is a two-parter, but it's actually just like a half prediction.
Okay.
So I guess I can't get a full point here, but it would be a full point because it's double.
Okay.
Either Injustice Collection or Little Big Planet Collection is announced at the Sony show. One of those two. I think Injustice Collection could be possible with Tsushima if it's further away than we think. Because I think it could be like, you know, if you want to revisit Sucker Punch's great work, you can get the Infamous Collection available on PS4 in September or whatever. Or because Dreams might be further away than people think, they might say, hey, remember that one game Media Molecule made that wasn't Tearaway? It was Little Big Planet. And the second one, you should play them both. Here they are. I will lose my ever-loving mind if it's Little Big Planet. I will become a Little Big Planet remastered streamer exclusively for a little while. I will lose it. Little Big Planet 3 was disappointing. The first two games are amazing. They hold up really well. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't think there's enough cachet there. But if it did, you'll see me go insane. So that's my first.
I like it. I like that we're both predicting moments that would make us lose our minds, but everybody else in the world would be like, "Oh, okay, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess
yeah,
sure."
all right, yeah, whatever. Saw it coming. Yeah.
Okay. My next one is Watch Dogs 3 trailer. It has a release date of fall 2018.
Holy shit.
It takes place in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's good.
Right? Okay.
As pseudo-political as they got with 2.
Right? And here's the thing. The end of 2, I had to go through and read a wiki because apparently I can't fucking play them because God bless you play. The end of 2 leaves a lot of room for like, we're gonna go take these guys all the way down. But also, remember that chatbot I told you about?
Oh my god, Sam's back.
Sam?
Sam got for me this time?
Sam's not entirely back all the way. But after the whole hubbub within the intense Ubisoft community about Sam telling you about Watch Dogs 3, the official Watch Dogs Twitter tweeted, "This is everything, period." They deleted it 20 minutes later. I think I want it. I want it so fucking bad. I want this to happen so goddamn bad.
Okay, so I thought that was going to lead to DC somehow, and I was very intrigued about how you're getting there. I thought the "This is everything" tweet was going to be like a DC call sign. But yeah, the more you've said it, the more I believe it. Like, you've convinced me 3 is soon.
Oh yeah, no, it just falls with their release schedule, and if they want to make this one of their big franchises, they just have to keep at it.
Yeah, agreed.
What do you got?
My second V8 Energy Get Hype moment brought to you by the Foot is a game that I think got a lot of love because of when it came out. It came out in a beautiful time period before people were releasing games in February. It came out in February. I think on some stage, Dying Light 2 is revealed.
Oh, okay.
I think it's about time. I think the game came out in 2015.
That's a zombie game though as well, right?
Yes, yeah. It's Techland, I think, is the developer.
Do you think with all the shit that fucking the other zombie game got, the one that is releasing in February,
Days Gone?
Days Gone. Do you think with all of the shit they've gotten about zombie fatigue, do you think they're gonna wait and just like let it kind of die down a little bit, or do you think they're just gonna go for it and go balls to the walls?
I think it's more likely to be now that you've said it, because Days Gone is not going to be at Sony's E3 showing. I'm almost positive of that. We're not going to see a Days Gone at E3.
I thought they said that was like one of their big ones.
No, the 4 that they said were Last of Us, Spider-Man, Tsushima, and Death Stranding. And I think that's why today we got the Days Gone trailer.
The Days Gone.
I don't think Days Gone is on stage at this E3.
Ooh.
I think that should have been a prediction again. But I think that they still might be weary of doing Days Gone, Dying Light, and Last of Us, which isn't really a zombie game. I think Microsoft is far more likely to have this. I could even see it maybe being at the PC gaming show, like that being their one big announcement.
Okay.
I think that because some weird stuff gets announced at the PC gaming show.
Yeah, I mean, fair. You're right.
But I think Microsoft is more likely to have it. I don't know if Dead Rising is. I think that might be their zombie game. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's timed right. I just don't know if it's got a spot on the stage, and that's why it's sort of a get hype moment for me.
Okay.
What's your last get energy, get hype moment?
So dumb.
Rolls right off the tongue.
It really does. I think this one's tough for me because I'm trying to decide between the two at the last second.
Okay.
I think I don't see why not. I think Ubisoft is gonna announce Steep 2.
Oh my god.
I don't know why. I just feel like it might. Again, with that chatbot Sam, there has been rumblings of it. So they really just like leaked all their games through the fucking chatbot.
Who let this happen?
I don't know. I think what the thing is I think they like trained it on data they gave it from themselves. So they accidentally just like gave a bunch of their shit away. I think we're gonna see Steep 2. I don't think it's gonna be exclusively like snowboarding and skiing though. I think they're gonna make it. They're gonna expand it to be like a bike thing and like another thing. Yeah. Steep 2, like more things to steep.
Thing.
Yeah.
Steeper. Yeah.
Steep 2, more things that you can steep down.
So my closing V8 energy get hype up is one that I've said pretty much every E3 predictions thing I've ever done for the past 3 years. EA, please give me Peggle 3. That is all I want. Please. Cat is not dead. Give me Peggle 3. Peggle 2 was awesome, and you had to make so much money. It's got to be so easy. The engine's already there. Get 2 interns to make 10 levels a day for a month, and you got Peggle 3. Just give me Peggle 3. That's all I want. All right, I'm done. I want Peggle 3 so bad. Peggle 2 was awesome. I platinumed that game. It was great. It was like 3 years ago. Give me Peggle 3. It's got to be easy to make. It's liquid money.
I mean, yeah. No, you have a good point, though. Like, it has to happen at some point. Otherwise, they're just losing out on money.
I mean, y'all bought the PopCap license for something, and I swear to God, if Peggle 3 is on mobile, I will...
Lose your
I don't know what I'll do. No, I'm going to be mad.
What if it's on Switch?
Ooh.
Peggle 3 would make a great Switch game.
Yeah, and you could even do it like where you like tilt the Switch and just like do it vertical if you want. I love it. I would probably platinum it on PS4 like the day it came out. I would lose my shit and play Peggle.
What if it's like a Switch exclusive?
Oh, that's fine. That's okay. I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a Switch. As long as I can play this game, I'm not gonna be mad. I just want it in my hands.
I love this.
That's all I want.
Dorm.
Yeah?
We did good predictions.
We did a good one. It's been an hour and a half. We really went hard.
We really did some predictions here, huh?
Yeah, we predicted all of it.
We predicted the entirety of E3. If anything else besides what you have heard here happens, then like they didn't.
It's a good E3.
No, are you kidding me? Our E3 would be so awesome. F-Zero teaser, Horizon Zero Dawn, Splinter Cell, like our E3 would be lit. Hi, welcome to Kai and Dorm's E3.
The better one since 2018. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I love it.
Well, Kai, it's been a pleasure. Where can people find you?
They can find me at Twitter, at HelloKyonite, and also on Twitch, at HelloKyonite. Where can they find you, Dorm?
That's me too. I'm also at HelloKyonite. No, I'm weird. We're some weird hive mind happening. Don't ask who the tweets are from. You'll never know. So I guess that does it for us. I hope it's a good E3, I guess. That's all I really have.
I hope we're right about nothing.
Oh, what if literally nothing we predict happens? Like Death Stranding gets a freaking full-length movie instead of gameplay. Like that's the entire PlayStation conference is just Death Stranding.
Y'all wanted to watch Death Stranding? Well, here you go.
Here you go. Yeah.
And the way they get by is like somebody in the audience is playing like Last of Us 2 on like a PS4.
You just have to spot it, yeah.
The tiniest little one. There's all your Last of Us hints, everybody.
I love it.